What's going on, guys? Back at it again. I think this time I'm going to go ahead and I've decided on this piece that I put in previously that I want to go ahead and put some relief cuts on each side of this. See if I can take these down flatter and then maybe get a grinder down here and be sure this doesn't grind through in this area, and get this one all buttoned up and seam sealed. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping for the best. I think it should go pretty well. So figure I'd bring you guys along. Alright guys, I kind of made up my mind here. If something isn't working, I'm just going to cut it out and start over. I spent a lot of time on that back deck trying to nurse things along. They just weren't right, and so I don't plan on doing that anymore. So I just cut that bad boy out and I'm going to get started on a new panel. Alright guys, what I decided to do is I cut that piece out that I had up there, because it's going to be a whole lot easier to get this to attach to something like this. I'm going to trim it up where it's even and get it to attach to something like that than it would be to try to bend all that metal. And then that way I can put a flat piece of steel up here. So this is just a piece of scrap metal that I have. It used to be off of an old, I think it was a deal that held wire or something like that, but I've been saving just miscellaneous pieces of scrap and stuff. Just because the metal's expensive. So yeah, my bus is becoming like all different kinds of things, because all of this was an old computer desk that I used to have that I've cut up and welded in there as the structure underneath it. So yeah. Oh, and I totally just melted the screen of my phone. Oh shoot, hang on. Yeah, so I totally just melted the screen of my phone, and it's man, I'm gonna have to have this phone for a while. So I'm probably gonna start doing more video of what I'm gonna do after I did it, because that I can't. This phone is like, I mean, it looks like somebody just splattered it with little black burns. And it's my business being a real estate agent. I gotta have my phone going. So wish I would have had a cover on it, but I didn't. Damn luck. All right, guys. Went ahead, I did do a little bit of grinding around here. I don't expect it to be perfect, I just need it to stay in place, but it's rock solid, and I've got it kind of drilled all our little stitch welds all the way around. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next thing. I think really at this point I'm going to avoid grinding as much as I can, since it's all going to be under seam sealer, and I just need to get this next piece put in. Now this thing is going to be primarily to hold this in place. I'll try to cut it off even where it looks a little bit nicer, but this plate is going to be underneath another plate that is going to keep this back area stiff, and then also when I go to weld it, it's going to make it stop burning through. I've got new metal through here. This is new metal, and this will be new metal. This will be new metal. Well, I can't see. This will be new metal. This is new metal. That's new metal. That's all new metal. So when I hopefully, oh no, this is not new metal right here. That's not. This piece right here, I'm going to probably have to cut out or something. But I just want to make sure that I can get this thing welded in place and all of these tacked up against it. That way I can lay the solid piece across the top of it, and then we're going to button it up with some seam sealer and some primer, kind of like we did back over here, and we'll call that done and move on to the next piece. All right guys, this is what I got here. I've tacked in this under support across there. It's tacked in good and solid, so I feel comfortable with it. And so now I need to start cutting and getting ready for the overlay. And then after I get the overlay done, then we will get to doing some seam sealing. All right. Alright guys, got it nice and getting a little bit better with my stitch welding. It's getting cleaner and cleaner. I unfortunately ran out of argon, so I started making it around and started stitching up the rest of it, but it's not happening tonight. It's hard though when this isn't moving anymore. We're going to get it all seam sealed across there and get it all primered up and get ready to move on to the next part. This section back here won't take no time at all to get a little piece welded in there and get it all stitched up. And got to get this a little more cleaned up around here where that seal will sit down good and tight. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. It's been a challenge. This is the third time that I've redone this exact section, but I learned my lesson. If you start going and it starts screwing up, it's because the metal's no good. Stop, cut a bigger hole, and get back with it. So till I run and get some argon and stuff and get back on it, y'all take it easy, and peace out.